Welcome, Amy. It's a pleasure having you on our program.
Thank you. It's great to be here today.
Well, we always appreciate it when patients take time in their busy lives to come down and share some of their experiences with us. And on that note, I'd like to begin, if I may, Amy, by asking you if you can please tell us what brought you to Dr. Ghosh.
Sure. That's a great question. I got to know Dr. Ghosh 20 years ago. I started to come to her as a patient, and she has become more than just a doctor to me. She's a very dear friend as well. It's like family when I come here.
Well, that's very powerful statement there. When you started as a patient and the way her and her staff take care of you and all the other patients, it's like you become a family member.
It's true, and I don't believe I've ever been turned down in terms of trying to get an appointment here. They always do everything they can to fit me in that very same day when I need assistance.
And what would you say as far as the different services, treatments that you've had done over these years, how have they been for you?
Like I said, it's been 20 years, so there's a lot of different experiences I can recall. What stands out the most to me was when I had food poisoning, pretty bad food poisoning, and Dr. Ghosh stayed in touch with me every day. It occurred over 3 days, and on the third day, she called me and asked if my husband was in town to get me to the emergency room because I was so ill. And he was not, and she came and picked me up and took me to the emergency room.
My goodness.
Yes.
Talk about personalized care.
Right.
And lastly, before we let you go, Amy, for all the viewers that are watching, what would you tell them about not only your experience with Dr. Ghosh that you've already told us about, but also the staff here?
My experience has been they've been extremely professional on all occasions, very responsive to needs, and I continue to refer my friends and colleagues to Dr. Ghosh's office all the time.
Well, on that note, we'd like to thank you, Amy, for joining us, sharing some of your experiences, and being a guest on our program.
Glad to do it. Thank you.
It's our pleasure.